live on the internets, people. We is live.
Oh, snap.
CNC SciFi Grill is back after a week off. And we got 2 episodes to go over this week. And
First, what in the haberdasheries and hemoglobin is going on here?
A lot.
I need to take a drink again.
That's why I got my cigar.
That's some good Hazaki. So when we're gonna go over Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 5 and 6, when we last left our intrepid buddy duos.
They're so cute. They're so cute.
Mr. Man had taken the serum and kind of went off the reservation, so to speak.
Yeah, un poquito.
Just a little bit. He had stone cold murdered a man in blood. And what made it even better is, and what made episode 5 start off so good, not only did we get a fight that we were all looking forward to, but there was actually repercussions for his actions.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that they threw the bus at him. They rolled the bus over him, backed it back over him, rolled it over him again.
Actually, I disagree.
He was stripped of his rank. He does not get a pension.
Yeah, but dude, but here's the issue. Rolling the bus over here would have put him in jail for natural life as a court martial.
Yeah, I was gonna say he could have went in jail.
The only
thing he didn't get jail.
He didn't get jail, so I'm sorry. Wasn't that bad.
He got hit with a bus. Just not
a couple times. He got hit with a bus a couple times. If y'all don't know, so John Walker, he lost his buddy Lamar, Battlestar. Battlestar. And he kind of like the PTSD kind of kicked in. And he kind of went crazy.
Wait. You got to back up a little bit.
What do I got to back up for?
Well, because he already had, he had so many problems, and the super serum makes you worse or more of what you are.
That's why I said the PTSD kicked in with the super serum.
And it was, man, he went nuts. He still got that twitch. Anytime you be sitting on the bus and you see somebody do that twitch, you move over.
I'm fine. Ain't nothing going on.
That's what I'm saying, man. Dude still got that twitch. I said, oh, damn, he still got that twitch.
So at the beginning, we start off basically where we left off. John has left the scene of his crime, so that's even worse. So he killed a man, which he knows is wrong in his head, and he books it. Like any good person that kills somebody would do, that thought they were in the right at the time they were killing somebody.
That's what makes that, once you flee, that's called consciousness of guilt. That's what takes that to at least second degree murder. That's why I got the LOPD shirt on. I'm telling him I'd have had to defend him for at least second degree murder. So I'm trying to tell you, he didn't get the full bus. He got the short bus.
You sure it wasn't first degree? I know first degree is intentional, but
crime of passion. Crime of passion. I could have got him second.
Even with the video.
I got it, bro. Don't let me tag me in. I got it.
All right. So Bucky and Sam meet up with him. We still don't know how they got there so fast or got to him so fast.
They followed him.
They followed him, yeah.
So
Sam does have wings and a jetpack.
So John is study talking shit. Talking about I got to get back out there. He basically talks himself to get back out there because he's going to go save the day because he's John Walker, Captain America.
You know what, though? Pause, though.
Yes.
I would have defended Captain America. I'd have defended broke Captain America. Give me the job. I got him.
So they begin to fight. It was a pretty good fight. And there's many theories out there on why John is able to stand up to Bucky. One, Bucky got a very broke down super soldier serum. I mean, think about it. That was probably after Steve had died and Hydra was trying to recreate it. So he didn't have the full serum. And not only that, the guy that created the one that John had streamlined it and made it better. So actually, these soldiers nowadays, the super soldiers nowadays, they are saying they can lift 10 tons, while Steve and Bucky can only do like 1 ton. I mean, it's a ton is still a lot, but that's basically so. They're
Not that
fighting.
it matters anymore.
No. So they're fighting, and during the fight, you can see John Walker still lost it because he's sitting there like, we could have been a team.
We could have been friends.
You didn't want a team. You wanted some people that was gonna follow you and go do what you wanted them to do. Like, you go over there and get me a cup of water because I'm John Walker.
Co-signers. He wanted co-signers.
Exactly. And he almost killed Falcon during that fight. He was choking the life out of him until Bucky got back up. So
with his little semi-short circuit of his arm.
Yes. And while he's choking Sam, he goes, I am Captain America. What the fuck, dude? Like, no, you're totally fine. I'm sure you're fine. You're good.
Remember, he is inevitable.
So in the end, Sam does stop the shield. He grabs it because they couldn't get the shield off of him during the fight until Bucky broke his arm with the help of Sam.
Yeah.
And that was a good pop. That was like Nate Banks ready to go to the hospital pop. Yeah. That wasn't a shoulder. That was like the tibula. Funny Bone went pop, fizz. So, and so they leave with the shield. And next scene is basically John dealing with the authorities because he's been arrested. So he gets arrested. He goes before the panel. And the panel, yes, you're correct. He should have, any other person would have probably been in jail. Any other soldier would have probably been in jail. But they were like, oh, you've done all this stuff for us and all this. And you're just been stripped of your rank and all this stuff and you'll be fine.
And you won't get your pension, nothing. I mean, and dude was still snapping.
Yes.
I was like, they could have put him in prison and he's still talking crazy.
Oh, yeah. That serum was still going through him. Because he was still sitting there yelling at the senators through the whole trial.
That's extreme roid rage. Been there. I've seen that at the gym. I have walked out the gym, backed out slow because dude was tripping. But get back to what you was talking about.
So, there was that going on. Sam lost his wings during that because John ripped them off. He broke them off. And so Sam drops off his backpack with his buddy Ramirez. I think, was it Ramirez?
Yes, it's Ramirez. But if you remember, who does Ramirez turn into in the comic books?
Falcon. The other Falcon.
Right.
So at that point, Ramirez is like, oh, what do you want me to do with the wings? And he's like, keep them. And he walks off and leaves. Bucky's already gone. Bucky's like, yeah, I'm out of here. I ain't got time for this bullshit. Y'all crazy. So there was that. But go ahead, Banks. You can continue off from there.
No. I mean, then he goes. Now we've got Sam. He's got the shield, and then he heads back home. And after now, what'd you say?
No, he didn't head home. He visited somebody with the shield.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I skipped the spot. And so then he goes back to the original Black Captain America, who they've done completely terrible. And they have a really heart-to-heart about that shield. And that right there, I've got to give so much props to the writing team.
Jerk who's been trying to say, oh, this show isn't about racism. Bet.
Right.
Blatantly stated.
I have got to say, I love Marvel for taking societal issues and making a stand and taking it head on. Kudos to Marvel. Much respect. That conversation with him, with those two, about how it really would be looked at by America to be a black Captain America,
Well,
that
not
was
only
great.
that, but how would it look to Black Americans to be a Black Captain America? Because
I mean,
to some of us, America has been our oppressor as far as for 400 years, as far as some of us are concerned.
see, but the argument Sam has made and continuously made is, look, we one way of whether we liked it or not, we contributed and built this country, and damn it,
That's in the next one. You didn't skip ahead to the next episode.
well, he's still I mean, okay, all right, but my point is that conversation was deep and powerful. And then after they had that conversation, then Sam went home and talked about that conversation with his sister. And I'll
Now,
let
that's
you.
one thing I did like is his sister was like, "You ain't gonna let that old man get in your head, is you?" And how many times have we heard that? How many times have we heard that growing up? Don't let that old man get in your head.
Just from my standpoint of view, I don't know if baby Christina's had this, but I've had someone, I never forget this. When I went to undergrad, nobody said anything. I got my bachelor's degree, no big deal. But then when I said I was going to go to law school, so many older African Americans tried to discourage me from going to law school. Even told me that I couldn't make it through. Then when I graduated, so many of them, I think I had at least 10 old Black folks, men and women, tell me I could never pass the bar. And I've passed 2 bars, but both Illinois and New Mexico. And they both told me I couldn't do it. And I've had a lot of people tell me, I never thought you could graduate out of law school, let alone pass the bar exam. And I was like, thanks, sir. So I've had to walk away from a lot of older Black people that told me that I couldn't be what I am.
There's some younger ones out there too, the same way. There's some our age. There's some Christina's age that are just jaded with the system. And I don't blame them. I see both sides of this. I see people that are sitting there working hard, trying to get ahead. And there's people that are working hard and they get ahead. But sometimes those that work hard and get ahead, they forget about the ones that they left behind.
But the ones that literally can't, like, no matter how hard they work, they can't get ahead.
They can't get ahead. Yeah, there's plenty of people like that. There's plenty. And there's some that are happy just being where they at. Happy just being where they are. I did y'all like the surprise guest who is the new Shield? No? So for those that don't know, Julia Louis-Dreyfus showed up as Countess, I'm not even going to say her whole name, it's Val. Oh, wait,
just
I can't
Val.
call her that.
Just
Countess
call
Valerie.
Val.
Countess Valerie. And for those that don't know, she was in the comic books. She was Nick Fury's girlfriend at one time.
I'm about to
she's
say,
a spy.
She was a triple spy from what I remember.
Yes, she was a triple spy. So she was a spy for Hydra, a spy for S.H.I.E.L.D. So she spied on Hydra for S.H.I.E.L.D. and then spied on S.H.I.E.L.D. for Russia.
Right.
So she was really a Russian spy.
She was deep in the streets.
Which reminds me of Atomic Blonde. I don't think any of you have seen that with Charlize Theron, but she was like a quadruple spy.
Yeah, I tried to sit through it.
But she had some memorable moments. Just the way she talks. And
just the way she talked was
okay. But first of all, let's talk about John Walker's wife. If I ever had some random lady come sit between me and my man while we talking, we gonna have a problem. I don't know what she's doing. Excuse me. You gonna push me or something, ma'am? Ma'am, I don't care who you are.
Well, you know what? But his wife played it off because she knew something's up with this girl. Something's up with this lady. Yes, I get where you're coming from, Christina, but she also sat there like, I'm gonna play this cool for now, but you got one time to do something. I'm gonna tell you
this. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't know if she's a doctor or a stay-at-home mom. We don't know her background. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking to myself, this man, John Walker, just lost his pension, his money, He's at 0, stripped of rank, kicked out the military, and here comes this like dark clandestine figure that's talking. I'm thinking she wants to hear her out because we don't know where we're gonna make the money next month. So I was thinking she played it cool because hey, there might be a paycheck behind this, which is what I was thinking. I agree with you. She deserved to get a smack.
I also think it has to do with the dynamic between their relationship as well, because John Walker is very much so I'll protect you type of dude. And so he's always been like that. I would imagine that she's not necessarily like submissive, but like
let him make the first move. Gotcha.
Yeah, like lets him do what he does and like won't take action. She doesn't seem like the stereotypical aggressive black woman.
Well, I just think the man got ADHD. It might not be safe.
Facts.
And just remember, as you said, Big Nate, what does the steroids do? I mean, what does the not steroids? What does super serum do? Just makes you more what you are.
What you are, roid rage.
So if you ADHD and you stressful, it's just amplifying it by 100.
I'm gonna be honest with you. She need to sit still and make sure she got cookies, just in case you need to calm him down.
So
look at Christina looking off like not me.
So we have the Flag Smashers, and the GRC came in and relocated all the people that were in the camp that we saw in episode 4.
Just
episode 3.
Snatched everybody out of there.
We've seen that happen before too. So Carly's trying to amp it up. She's like, come on, we got to go do something. We got to stop them. This is the only language they know. This is the only language they know. This is the only language they know is violence. Which to her effect, she is correct, but it doesn't always get across the ideas they want. As we've seen over the last couple of years, violence doesn't always lead to the outcome you expect.
Well, I know I'm skipping ahead. I'm not going to say anything. But in the last episode, I was yelling at the screen for her to stop. But I'm gonna stop there. Let's keep going in the previous episode.
So then we have a nice little scene with Bucky and Zemo. And Zemo was like, I'm gonna let you live. And I'm sitting there like, exactly what could you do to Bucky?
Let me do what?
What can you do? Which that harkens back to something that happens at the end of the next episode. So evidently Zemo can do shit.
For shizzle my nizzle, I was thinking to myself, look, I don't try to pull Zemo. He got a whole card waiting for you. As we found out next episode.
So Zemo is sitting there at the memorial for Sokovia, which is a nice little thing, and that's how Bucky knew where to go. It was
nice. It was nice.
So Bucky had figured out, when Zemo had mentioned in episode 4, have you guys even been to episode 3, have you guys even been to the memorial? And he had a valid point with that. Y'all basically destroyed, well, not Bucky. Bucky didn't do this, but he was probably talking to Sam like, have you been to the memorial? The Avengers destroyed this country, basically. Have you guys been there?
Was Sam even there?
Yes, Sam was there at the end. Him and War Machine. They were there at the end. At the Age of Ultron, they were there at the end fighting Ultron stuff. The best part, though, was the whole card he pulled on Zemo with the gun.
That was dopey dope. So
he was going to he had Zemo dead to rights, but he had taken all the bullets out the gun, and Zemo was like, "Come on, shoot me!" And he was like, "Okay."
And he pulled the trigger. I'm about to say, "Dang!"
But even better, our girl Ayo and the Dora Milaje showed up like, "Thank you, James. We'll be taking him to the raft."
Thank you for distracting him.
And I'm beginning to see a theme with young Bucky there. He seems like
he like a little chocolate. He like a little chocolate.
He likes yellow a little bit. He likes the chocolate and the yellow.
He got a little something thing. He got a little thing with the chocolate.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And wait, he like that deep rich chocolate too. He like that deep rich.
The Louisiana chocolate or the African chocolate?
He like a little bit of both. He like that deep dog rich, that dog chocolate. I said, go ahead, baby. Go ahead, handle your business.
Io basically tells him it would not be good for you to come back to Wakanda for a little while. And that's probably because Wakandans know that he let out Zemo. Whether it was a means or end, Wakanda has a very long memory, as we know with Zemo and Claw. They have a very long memory when it comes to people that they feel have hurt them. So eventually Sam ends up going home with the shield and starting to work on he decides that it comes to him while he's talking to his sister that, oh, our parents helped a lot of people growing up, which me and Nate have been through that, where there's always that one family on the block, at least to be in the old days, that always used to hang out. Like my mother-in-law, she was the place where everybody used to go to.
Everybody came. Everybody.
She was always welcome in Mama White's house. Always. Rest in peace. And so that's how their family was. And they would help people no matter what. Mm-hmm. So he was like, it's time to call in some favors. So the bank ain't gonna give me no money, but I think I can get some help for some people. So they ended up showing up and helping out and doing things, but there was a part where they had an engine on a truck, and I'm sitting there like, oh, well, I guess I know what's about to happen, because they're like, oh, how are we gonna get this thing off the truck? And here's Bucky like, here you go. Here, let me help you with that. And that's when he meets Sam's sister. Hey,
don't be flirting with my sister.
Okay. And they still considered the flirt through the whole episode. They flirted through the whole episode. Hilarious. But the best part for me was when Sam was trying to tighten a bolt, and Bucky goes, oh, here, let me help you. And he starts tightening it. And Sam looks at him and goes, why are you not using your bionic arm? And Bucky looks at him and goes like, I don't think about it because I'm right-handed. And so just think about it. That is something you do think about, though, because nobody ever took into effect is the fact that that's not his dominant hand. So he doesn't, he fights with his right hand. He uses the left hand, but it's always like
as defense, as a shield.
Right.
Almost.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh yeah, this is here. I have this vibranium arm.
Yeah. So, and yes, that conversation with Isaiah was a thing of beauty. And we find out that while he was in prison, his wife died. Which, all he did was do what Captain America did.
All he did was
Steve did, which was Steve went against the general's orders and went and saved Bucky and Bucky's platoon. Mm-hmm. And Steve got a welcome home. When Isaiah did it.
No. Steve got a medal. Yep. He went to jail.
Yes, he went to jail. All of his friends that were also in the program ended up dying. And while he was in jail, you can see little cuts on the side of his body.
Wait.
How many times they
That wasn't just cuts. I mean, there was skin deformed. That was terrible gashes on him where they tortured him.
And the only reason he got free was a nurse took pity on him and basically forged some records and declared him dead. So that's the only way he got free. So I don't know what name he's living under because he can't use Isaiah Bradley because Isaiah Bradley is technically dead. So what name is he using? What the heck?
Well, there's a whole lot of Browns out here.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? You could be like literally James Brown. I mean, James Brown, you can find. Let's just say he got an alias. We good.
Mm-hmm. So they do end up fixing the boat, which was a nice thing. One nice thing that
Christina, baby.
I have a hair on my chin. It's bothering me.
I saw that. I said that whatever that is, you done got it, sweetheart. It's gone.
No, I did it. It's still there.
So what was a touching scene was Bucky was sleeping on the couch and he woke up to Sam's nephews playing with the shield. Kind of like what we all did as a kid playing superhero. Which
hey, hold on. What? Nephews or potential stepsons?
Shut up.
That part right there.
Right.
Some of you may be wondering why at this time Sam and
He didn't sleep on the floor because he felt comfortable enough to sleep on the couch, and
he slept on the couch instead of the floor.
Yes, that was really meaningful. He felt comfortable in that home. That let me know there might be stepson. That's what I'm talking about.
So he might be moving to Louisiana though, because Sam did kind of talk. He's like, "I come from a town where you're welcome, no matter who you are, no matter how many people you kill."
Oh, he welcome, all right.
Mrs. Wilson all over the swirl. Miss Wilson.
Right.
And you know what? That town is probably more Bucky speed than the city anyway, if you think about it.
Yeah, because of his PTSD.
Old. Yeah,
because of his PTSD. Yeah, that's
well. Not only that, but he when he went under, it was 1940.
Yeah.
Yes, he's used to modern times, but that Louisiana town is probably closer to what he was used to growing up than any other thing else that he's had in New York.
Facts. He might actually make some real friends down there. That's what's up.
So through this all, you may be wondering, why are they not hunting down Carly and the Flag Smashers? Well, GRC stepped in and took over. So that's the real reason they're on hiatus. So this episode was more of a filler thing, but also it was the training montage.
How about
that?
So we was waiting for Rocky to show up.
He left room on his left.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I was waiting. I wasn't waiting for Rocky. I was waiting for Mickey. I need you to eat lightning and crap thunder. Speed, catch that chicken. That's what I was waiting for.
So evidently, Sam does a lot of flips, like a lot of flips. He seems to love parkour.
A gymnast?
I don't know. Not as much as Botrock is. Not as much as he is.
Yeah, but he like a lot of flips, bro. He like a lot of flips.
Yes, he does. And so eventually he does learn how to catch the shield, because he had a hard time at first catching it, and
he almost lost. He almost got a haircut once or twice.
Yeah, but Bucky did say, "Look, dude, that's another thing that came up. Is something that Bucky said that I think was very meaningful." And CJ, maybe you can expound on that. And that was, he said, "Dude, I'm sorry. Me and Steve never thought what it meant to give a black guy this shield."
Yep.
Facts.
So I don't know if you want to expound on that, Christina, or not.
It's just, it's the legacy that the shield is supposed to represent, and I guess the American patriotic idea that it's supposed to be a symbol for, and in everyone's minds that's a white man.
Well, but that's what I'm about to say. But it's not just a white man, like he said. You know, the reality of it is that's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, super white man who could do all, be all, and end all. And to hand that to an African American and all of the weight and responsibility and symbolism of that shield to a black man, I'm not trying to get too deep, but it's the same when Obama wore a tan suit and Reagan wore a tan suit. Reagan can wear a tan suit, but let a black man put on a tan suit and half of America flipped out.
George W. Bush wore a tan suit, and there was not a problem.
But the problem is that just like the president, when you put on that much symbolism, patriotism, that is supposed to be reserved for a Caucasian male. Mm-hmm. And a white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white man that's all American. You give that to a brother from Louisiana, of all places? Come on, man. And so finally, somebody, and that's one thing that I do love about a lot of my Caucasian brethren that I've met over the years. Some of my Caucasian brethren get it. They understand the weight and responsibility of being an African American that's taking on certain things that are just reserved in a lot of people's minds to be a different persuasion. And they get it. And he got it. the realism of what that entails. I thought, to me, out of the whole show, that right there is what I stopped and took a moment and said, he gets it. And there's some of our brethren that get it and some that'll never get it. But we appreciate the ones that do.
So we end the episode with the Flag Smashers, meeting up with Batroc, because they called Carter for some help, and Carter called in some favors, which already alluded to what me, Christina, and Big Nate have been saying for the longest, and we get some of that pushed out in episode 6. Some confirmation, which I'm still mad that Sam missed that totally. But I digress. How he missed that conversation, we're not gonna go there. So, there was that, and the episode ends with basically Carly the Flag Smashers have an app, and that's how they gather their followers. So they're pretty smart with that. So there are more of them than the GRC. All the GRCCs are the front end people, which is the super soldiers. That's all they see. They don't realize there are people that are totally down with the cause, especially when the GRC is about to vote on basically shipping people back into countries and pushing them out, not feeding these people, just going, look, I'm sorry. You got to go. You got to go.
Hold on. And so, let me expound upon that a second. But before I do, shout out to my Uncle Cliff that gave me all these fat heads, these chow fat heads. Excellent smoke. Uncle Cliff, I love you to bits and pieces for this one. This is awesome. But anyway, so now think about it. All these people got blipped, and then the countries banded together, and people that were,
left
folks
behind.
The folks that were left behind, they came together. Borders were open. Right now, there's all this hooping and hollering about our southern border. And since I live on the southern border, I hear all the hooping and hollering. And so, but then you have the blip, and now the borders are open. So people can move freely about the country. Now, we got them back. And now you're going to take people that for the last 5 years, Algerians that made it into, maybe into Italy or into Spain. Now you're just going to round them up and just send them back to Algeria with no money, no food, and no place to take care of themselves.
How about during that time, probably Israel and Palestine came together, probably during that time. How about the Middle East did not have, for 5 years, was not in a constant state of war. America was not delving into other people's business. They were just coming together to put the world back together as best as they could, with half of their loved ones and everybody they knew gone. Imagine if when he snapped that finger, there was, and I'm sure there was planes flying, and the pilot and the co-pilot both disappeared. What are you gonna do? You done.
I ain't done. I'm flying a damn plane, but I'll tell you what's up.
Well, first of all, you got to realize what's going on. How you going to get to the plane, sir? How you going to get up there? They close it off and they lock it with a code. How you getting up there? How you getting in? How you getting in?
Well, I hope and pray
that the
one of the flight attendants don't get your head busted. Call them flight attendants.
My bad, flight attendant.
Right. The flight attendants, one of them didn't get blipped and can give me the code. And I'm going to say, all right, Houston, we got a problem because Banks is at the control. The point I'm saying is that that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And all these things, people are dropping all their previous issues to come together as one. And then all these people show back up. And you saw how in WandaVision, how they just literally reappeared came back together like that.
The same spot you left. So those pilots and co-pilots that were in middle of the air flying a plane just appeared. So before you got blipped out of existence and it was instantaneous, these people blipped back in, was 35,000 feet up and dropped to their deaths probably because there was no plane to catch them. CJ, what is going on with your camera? And I don't know where she went.
I'm texting.
Yeah, you're paused. Okay, there we go.
I was texting.
Huh?
She was texting. She got stuff to do after this show. Relax.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
I got a plane catch tomorrow.
yeah. So basically, Batroc is there. He's talking to Balrock is there, and he's talking to the Flag Smasher. He's like, "Look, I'm not here to join your little group. I just want the Falcon.
I want to kill the Falcon." And Carla's like, "That's okay." And I'm like,
right. She don't care. He was trying to help your dumb
He
butt,
was
but whatever.
so successful.
And so she gathers her troops, which is people around them. They just hit one thing on her phone, and she gathers the people. And then it ends with
How
some of those
convenient
people.
was that everybody in that park? Every
She
single person in that park.
well, she had called
sent
them.
something out on that. She sent something out on that app to say, "Hey, everybody, come together here." And then she hit the button to really. I mean, come on, how hard is it to just send out a blip saying, "Hey, you guys get here"? And then when everybody's there, she was trying to show of solidarity, basically.
Yeah, but then we end, and it made me mad, but I know why they did it. Where you just, because my man Bucky called in a favor
With the
and asked the Wakandans and got something for Sam, and he opens it and smiles, and they end the show.
Yeah, so they did a whole Pulp Fiction ending with you don't know what's in the case until the next episode, which I was waiting a week for this. But before that, or not before that, but during all that, basically the GRC is holding their vote and they're arguing because that's what nations do. And they're arguing about voting on the resettlement of everybody. And the hackers come in and start hacking everything, and they're raising up like, "Oh God, what's going on? What's going on?" And then you see Sam notices what's going on TV, and plus Ramirez had called him to alert him that, "Hey, something's going down, dude. Something's going on." There's usually whenever there's a spike on their app, we can tell where it's at, and right now they're at the at this place.
Well, they were in New York, but go ahead.
Right. So, and Bucky was already there, so Bucky's already doing his thing, and that's how the episode ended.
And then there's a credit scene.
And then there's a credit scene with poor John Walker, not Captain America, forging a shield from, I guess, welding a shield from stuff around him.
From sheet metal, and then he put his stars.
Yes, his Medal of Honor he put in there. Yes.
I was like, what are they gonna do with that shield made out of garbage cans? What are you gonna do with that?
Do you not recall that Steve and the original first Avenger did pick up a garbage can to stop that Hydra agent? You don't recall that? He picked it up to stop the bullets at one point, and also a taxi cab door.
But he's Steve Rogers. This is just John Walker.
Not Captain America.
Not Captain America.
Not no more.
So the episode ended like that, and then we go into episode 6 where we take off right with that, and Sam comes in his gift from the Wakandans, and
that was the most patriotic looking brother I think I've ever seen.
That is the whitest and bluest suit I've ever seen, and I mean whitest. That was like Vision whitest. It wasn't even like
that was like how John Walker didn't have any white on his suit. They real made sure that Sam had plenty of white on his suit.
And he had the shield, and he came in and started kicking butt until Batroc came around and was like, "No, bitch."
Like,
I
you
deny
owe me
you
money. Like, sir, I'm busy. Can you wait?
How about this? This is what I don't understand. And somebody brought that up. So the shield is made of vibranium. How the hell does he knock the shield down with a steel chair?
I mean, with enough momentum, it does not.
He can just knock it out. Right, he can knock it out.
Vibranium, and you telling me vibranium can't go through a? Okay, all right. If y'all say so, I don't know about that.
I mean, the chair is probably bent as hell, but it's still like got in its way.
I mean, it wasn't glass. I mean, it had some ability to stop the trajectory. Ooh,
It was probably more of a plastic chair, so your point is still valid.
Yeah. I mean, it was like the Costco folding chairs that he threw. Come on. That ain't gonna stop nothing.
And then Bucky decides to take a phone call.
Well, I do love how Bucky walked in.
And the lady just handed him the damn phone.
No. He walked in, and the GRC is like, Sergeant Barnes, and they just let him through. And I'm like, this is a war criminal. Pardoned or not, this is a war criminal. You just let into the scene. You have no idea.
How does he get to keep? I've been seeing him like do things since like.
How does he keep his rank? How does he keep his rank? How does he keep his rank?
Look, man, that's Sergeant Barnes. You gonna tell the Winter Soldier he can't come in there? Good luck with that. You do that, Cliff. I want to see what that finds out. That's Sergeant Barnes. Then you ain't getting in the White Wolf's way. I'm not getting in the White Wolf's way. Bless your ministry.
Oh,
I would have told him, Sergeant Barnes, hey, wait a minute. Would you like a Sprite? Maybe a Diet Coke. I would have.
So not only does Bucky, but also Sharon Carter is there, strangely. Somehow she snuck in with a little mask, a little digital mask. She did the whole Mission Impossible with the mask thing. Yeah. And so she could have got back in the country at any time she wanted. Obviously. But she showed up and was helping them out, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But there was another reason she was helping. But we'll get to that later.
Ulterior motives.
Ulterior motives as heck.
That's going to be a real interesting continuation.
Yes. So they, you got the super soldiers fighting everybody, fighting Bucky, and John Walker, not Captain America, shows up with his awesome shield.
Carly!
Mighty shield. Yelling Carly, and Carly's like, what the hell you want?
Why do you need to announce yourself?
Yes.
Because he's Captain America.
Yeah, he's still going by Captain America, although he is not Captain America. He puts up a decent fight against them. The problem with the super soldiers they're not trained to fight. They're just ordinary people. Although the power broker, we find out later, the power broker did have them as bodyguards. But how much bodyguarding did you really have to do when you're a super soldier? You probably just threw somebody out of the way.
Well, think about it. Half of being a really good bodyguard is a reputation that you can rip arms off. Same thing with the Winter Soldier. Most people didn't mess with the Winter Soldier because they knew he's the Winter Soldier.
Well, no, he was a world-class assassin. They're not world-class assassins. They ain't
but
nothing.
That they've got the word is out. They done took the serum.
Yes.
I'm not messing with them.
No. So they're putting up a fight. They're starting to beat up on John, but John hulks up. He does his Hulk Hogan impersonation because he sees that metal, and that metal gives him strength, and he still gets his butt whooped a little bit more.
I'm about to say he still took an L, but whatever you say.
Well, he didn't. Did he really though? I mean, it was 3-on-1. How's that? That's a beat down, dude. I mean, hell, you can only fight so many people, and they all got the same powers. And he was
Stop it. He's Captain America.
He was still able to stop the truck that was about to fall at one point. He did hold it until Carly exploded.
And hold on, wait a minute. Stop right there.
Uh-huh.
He was about to go after Carly, and dude started twitching again. I see him in that damn twitch.
He was, but instead of going after Carly, he went to go save the people
for the first time in the whole show.
Mm-hmm. Which is save the people. But he didn't really save them.
No, because the thing started flying out of everywhere. It started falling down, and guess who came and saved the day?
Captain America.
Captain America. He had 3 jets going. I said, get him, sexy. Get him.
So an ordinary man with a jetpack and 2 drones with jets and pushed back the thing. He still gives me I still have a little pause with the shield because he still isn't good with the shield as much as you would expect him to be, but he's still learning. So
look, damn
get it down.
He only had it for like at most a week.
Wait, but here's the issue.
Not even a week.
let's go back to something. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
We skipped over the dopity dopeness with the helicopter.
I was going to go back to that. I'm going all around it. I mean, I was going all around the episode. But go ahead, Nate, if you want to talk about the helicopter.
No. Well, first, I'm just saying, here's what I love. Can you talk about optics? Carly and Captain America and everybody else is on the ground. This car is about to fall with all these people in it on top of Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes, hold on,
Captain
America. And he saves the disgraced John Walker as well as all of those people.
And the people was watching John Walker beat up those people again, and they were like, "Ooh, let me step back because John Walker a little. Let me go on over here. I'm gonna go over here. Y'all have fun over there."
Right. He cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But again, so all those cameras are going, and he saves the day. I was like, "Get him, Captain America!"
And they say, "Oh, that's Black Falcon," and the guy goes, "No, that's Captain America." So he ends up saving. There were the GRC folks was in there, including the senator that had stripped John Walker, Captain America, former Captain America, of all his ranks and stuff. And why these people did not see that the other people was working for them, was working for the other side, I still don't know. But then again, you don't look at your underlings. You figure you're on my side and you're for me because I'm doing something important and I gave you a job.
I gave you a check.
I give you a check, so you'll always be on my side.
But let's get back to the dopity dope stuff.
The helicopter?
With the helicopter. So Sam goes after he's fighting the Frenchman, and finally he's like, "Au revoir," which I thought was dope. and he went and chased the helicopter. And dude is shooting bullets at him. And you say he's not good with the shield. We good enough to keep the bullets from busting upside the head.
Well, he also has the wings to block the bullets. He's always used the wings to block the bullets. I was saying as far as the way he throws it and stuff. Right.
Right. But it still was dope, and he's chasing them, and they're going around. And my man said he talks to his I guess the other drones, and he says, "Who in there can fly a helicopter?" And they find the Asian woman and they found the Asian woman, and he taps into her phone just that dope. "Put your headphones in." And then she did. He was like, "All right, we're going to count down to 5. My man did what he did, threw the shield, knocked dude out. And
not only did he knock him out, but then he came through the window and pushed him out. And then she had to jump up at that split second, or else that chopper was gone. Done. He splat.
And she got in there and took the things, and he dropped him in the damn river, which I thought was awesome.
Well, they were still fighting, but yes, he did drop him in the river because old boy wasn't knocked out.
No, he was still fighting, but he dropped his butt in the river and kept going.
And kept going.
I said, all right, I gotta go. Bye.
I ain't got time for you.
And that's when he saved, the folks in the truck. The GRC people. But the better thing was the message at the end to Sam to the GRC, because the GRC was we're still going to have the vote.
Wait, let's not get there yet. Let's talk about the fight. So
which one?
Well, hold on. So then, they all broke off. They go into different directions. Captain America and Bucky go one way, and now eventually you have Carly and Sam fighting.
Yes.
Wait, no, we skipped a whole part.
No.
We skipped a
No, you have
part.
Carly and Agent Carter fighting.
Yeah.
Sharon. And Sharon's like, "When are you coming back to me?" And I'm already like, "Oh, gee, I wonder who you could be."
I have no idea.
Gee, I wonder. Could you be the power broker?
And then Carly's like, "You're nothing without your body, power broker." And I was like, called it.
Yes. And then the Algerian idiot comes up and goes, "Oh, you're the power broker. I never would have figured that out if not for this stupid mouth bitch. So, I demand 5 times the amount of money.
4 times the amount of money. And they both look at him like, shut up. Shoot him.
So Sharon shoots him, Carly shoots Sharon, and then Sam shows up. And this is what you were talking about, Nate. So go ahead.
And so, man, that fight, I was screaming at the damn screen. And Sam's like, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you. And she could have killed Sam. And she's
it was pissing her off because he wouldn't fight. He would not fight back.
He would not fight back.
He knew what he was doing.
And she's going off and she's pounding his ass, but he's doing good for somebody who just had, a shield and wouldn't fight back. He's doing real good. And so he's like, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you. And she's just raging out on him. And I'm just
having
like,
her Kylo Ren moment. Real angry. Real angry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm screaming at the screen, stop, Carly. And he's telling her to stop. And that got me because you could feel the rage and of what she's been through. And she's taking it out on Sam, and Sam's trying to talk her out of it. And then she got him pretty good. She picks up the gun.
And she was going to shoot. She wasn't going to be like Bucky. It wasn't going to be like Bucky. But then Sharon shoots her.
But then, Sam could have just used his wings and blocked the shots.
This is true.
I think that she had broke them.
No.
Because she had pushed them up into the grate.
No, but they were never broken because they weren't
broken.
They're made out of vibranium by now. I'm pretty sure they're made out of vibranium. Probably. Yeah, so it's going to be hard pressed unless you're Thanos to break those sons of bitches.
Right, and so then she goes to shoot Sam, and then here comes Carter. She shoots Carly.
So Matt Rock is now dead, and Carly got shot 5 times, probably 5 or 4 or 5.
I think it was like twice. I thought it was like twice.
Oh, okay. So,
but she got shot in places where she was gonna die.
Mm-hmm. Well, she didn't want Carly to tell her. I was hoping that Carly in the end was gonna say, "And that bitch over there, that's the power broker." But you can see the remorse in Carly's face.
And then she says, "I'm sorry," and my heart was broken. And then when Sam carried her out,
that was a come to Jesus moment when he landed with the wing. He used the suit and he landed and he had her in his arms.
Okay, but also, yes, that. But also, he just did Sharon. He was like, you're fine. You can just lay
She's fine. Screw her. She just kills her. She's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
She literally was like laying there bleeding, and he's just like, "All right, bye."
But I did like the little come-ups of John Walker and Bucky, where they were like, "Oh, nice app."
That was funny.
So, if for those that don't know what we're talking about, so the remaining Flag Smashers, there's three left, I think, by now. Yeah, well, there's one in the water, but I'm not talking about the one in the water. So there's 3 left, and the one in the water, and then Carly. So and Carly's gone. So so technically there's 4 left, but only 3 are escaping. So it's the Asian dude and 2 ladies are escaping. And I don't know what happened to the big dude. I don't think he died.
He got mercury. He got mercury.
Yeah. Wait, was he one of the? Oh, so he was one of the super soldiers.
He died. She hit him with a mercury bomb. He got 8 from.
Oh, I thought that was just a random.
No, he was dead as hell.
Random person helping.
No, he was dead. He was dead.
He was boiled.
Yeah, he was really loyal. So they.
No, not loyal.
I said
boiled.
Oh, okay. So they come outside. And Bucky and John Walker are standing there like, "Oh, thanks for the use of the app." So they basically use the app to lure them into a trap for the cops to catch them. So fight was over. Carly's dead, and the super soldiers have been basically neutralized and jailed up. And I'm surprised they got cuffs for them. But the super soldiers like, yeah, we ain't gonna survive this, so we give up. But a couple of them did not want to keep fighting anyway. Like one of the ladies was like,
literally
I don't know
right
about
before the end, right before everything like went down, the three of them were like, because Carly was like, if this doesn't go well, we're gonna kill the hostages, and they were like, y'all heard what she said?
Is she speaking for you? Who's she talking to? Who's she talking to? I don't know about that.
I ain't killing no damn.
Now, Carly did say, "Oh, your friend didn't matter." That was the other thing that enraged John Walker. He was like, "Wait, what?"
And I was really like, "Damn, Black Lives Matter."
Damn, ma'am. BLM stands for Battlestar Lives Don't Matter. Just ask. Wow Star. Battlestar Lives Don't Matter. They don't matter.
Oh God! I just thought that particular line, the fact that Marvel kept that in, I was like, y'all know.
So
I don't care about anyone's lives who didn't matter. And I'm like, oh no, you're talking about the black dude.
So he sits there and he gives a nice rousing speech. He almost gave a Captain America.
In front of all the cameras. In front of all the cameras.
He did a good Steve Rogers speech. That was one of those Steve Rogers motivate everybody in the room speeches. What's that, Christina?
That speech was long as hell.
But it was needed.
I was like,
because they needed to understand.
It's definitely needed. But this speech got long. This episode is only 40 minutes long. This speech that took 5 or 4 minutes.
That was a long damn speech. I agree.
But it was needed because they were still about to just go vote instead of doing the work it takes to fix everything. They didn't want to do the work it takes to fix anything.
Being all condescending, you'll never understand. You don't get.
Yes, the senator. Oh, you'll never understand what it takes to do this. He's like, I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. If you don't shut your ass, the things you don't understand. And Isaiah Bradley's look on his face when he was sitting there listening to Sam's speech, the tears was welling up. What they had, his speech was so long because they had to show everybody's reaction. That they had to show his sister's reaction. They had to show Isaiah coming to the realization that this is worth fighting for.
Right.
He was wrong about that, but he was also right in his own little sense, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he had all the reasons to feel the way he felt.
Yes.
But he came to the realization that Sam was right. This is worth fighting for.
So the episode ends, Carly's dead, and the GRC decides to start working on the problem instead of just shoving everybody back to where they belonged. I don't think they really went over how they came up with it because it's going to take a while for them to figure this out because 2.5 billion people just appeared. I mean, because what if you was taking a bath and you went upstairs to your bathroom and the person that was there 5 years ago was sitting in the bathtub and you like, what you doing here?
What you getting here?
And what if it was somebody's child? Mommy! So yeah, that was it was a good episode.
Happy ending tie-ups.
Yes, wasn't all happy. Super Soldiers didn't have a happy ending. The remaining 3 super soldiers was like, oh yeah, these guards are right with us while we're going to the raft. And boom. Alfred said, fuck you, bitch. And blew up the truck they was in.
Zemo was like, yeah, thank you, Alfred.
Thank you, Alfred. I can get back to my reading material.
Now. I can rest.
Yeah, and then you had Sam did one last beautiful gesture for Isaiah, which was add a memorial, or he had a memorial added for Isaiah Bradley and for what he did. You know, he still didn't say, hey, this is Isaiah Bradley, but he said, I guess he basically had his records expunged and put out there what he did to help, that whole platoon that was
in World War
captured
II.
by him. Right. And
Got a whole
he's in the
statue.
Smithsonian now. He was like, "You will be remembered."
Gave him a
And-
hug. Almost cried.
Yep. Isaiah didn't even know what to do. He was like, "Damn."
Like, you really got me.
And his grandson was like, "Where we going?" I'm like, "Boy, if you don't shut your..."
Well, wait a minute.
Yes.
I forget because I know his grandson turns into somebody, but I can't remember who.
He has his grandfather's powers. He ends up being on the Young Avengers as like the Patriot. I think he's the Patriot.
You might be right. The name's the Patriot. So grandson
How did he get
has
his grandfather's powers?
because it came.
What happened was in the comic books, they took Isaiah before they sterilized Isaiah. They froze his sperm because he did get sterilized, and that's how he had kids with his wife, and she had kids, and then so on and so on, and it transferred down to his grandson. So that's how. So I don't know how they're going to explain it in this one. Maybe no. Actually, I'm sorry. That's not what happened. He had a blood transfusion, kind of like She-Hulk, where his grandson got hurt and he needed blood, and he took some Isaiah's blood, and he ended up becoming a superhero because of it. Because remember, the formula is still flowing through his body.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What were you about to say, Nate?
I couldn't remember how, but I remember he turned into somebody.
Mm-hmm. And then we had the John Walker, U.S. agent, show up. So he got a whole new outfit, except his outfit was basically black.
Yeah, it's black and red now.
Right.
I'm like, Russia?
Yeah, so Eli Bradley, he is the Patriot.
Family reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then at the end they were grooving and everybody's taking pictures with the new Captain America, and then here comes and right, they got to have it, and then here comes Bucky because he got to get his stepsons together.
Boy, if you don't stop that nonsense.
No, that one scene where he was holding up on kids, just talking to Sarah, cute, adorable.
And he had his he brought some cake, and he was like, "Yeah, what's up, girl? I brought some cake for us. How you doing?" So, and just so some folks know, the Hawkeye show that's coming out, that is not his daughter in it. That is his. No, that's Kate Bishop. That's his his protege. And I bring that up because they are basic. Right? Huh?
It's finished, right?
Yeah, it's finished. That is so all this stuff that they're doing, like Eli is going to be set up for something. Miss Marvel's coming soon, which is and then there's also Hawkeye. The new Hawkeye is Kate Bishop.
But do you know that they're setting up the new Avengers, the new Captain America 4, where now Sam is going to take up and be Captain America 4 with Bucky.
We saw the title at the end. Did it say Falcon and the Winter Soldier at the end? What did it say?
What? Wait, what?
You didn't notice the end? The end thing, they changed the end. Instead of saying Falcon and the Winter Soldier said Captain America and the Winter Soldier. You didn't see that? Oh my God! Now I gotta find it.
Now I gotta receipt.
No, I want him to put it up or put it on the screen.
All right, 1 second.
There was an end credit scene where Agent Carter
is back in the country. She's a good person now.
And now she's back.
Door and she's like, call our buyers. We're gonna have lots of secrets. And I'm like, oh God, you didn't set up to be a villain. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yes.
But also, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Sebastian Stan is very, very down to do a season 2. So I hope season 2 happens.
I think there's gonna be a season 2. There is gonna be a season 2.
I don't feel like it's as finished as WandaVision.
Right. Well, they changed this from a series to a season finale. So that means there'll be a second season.
It'll be a second season.
Yeah, but now you saw that the head writer of this show, but by the way, did you know the writing team is predominantly black in Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I did not know that.
Yes.
Yes.
And so that explains why it took on such great issues. And did you know that head writer is now in talks to write Captain America 4?
Good.
Dude.
I mean, the Russo brothers have done a very good job with this. They have done a very good job with the show. And
Excellent.
I mean, I'm talking about with the movies. I mean, but I think they're through with Marvel unless there's another Avengers movie.
I would love for the Russo brothers to take on this Captain America 4.
All right.
That would be
y'all can
dope.
See this, right? All right. So here's the end part. He's hugging his sister, blah, 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 blah. I don't know how you missed this, Christina. So here's their look at the sunset.
I think I just wasn't paying attention.
Mm-hmm. Now watch. Oh, look, there's the sunset. It's so pretty. Such a pretty sunset. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm playing with sister now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, hold on. Do I have it on there? I do. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Dopey, dope.
So he's not the Falcon anymore. The Falcon is Ramirez. So that's who the Falcon is. It's not him. So I'm sure he's going to show up in number 4 or the next season. We'll see. But it should be interesting times. I don't know. I think they were also in discussions to bring Steve back, Chris Evans back. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they might.
There's rumors that he's sitting on the space station with, chilling.
With homeboy. Yeah, with homeboy. And so this show, and in the end, this show had a lot more symbolism than I think anybody was ready for. A lot more. It tackled a lot of issues that Black Americans have dealt with for decades and brought them to the forefront. And I think this is one of the first shows to do it, especially a superhero show to do it. So all in all, I think it was a good show. And Christina, what are your thoughts?
Go ahead.
I just want to be June. What am I gonna watch in May? What am I gonna watch?
Yes, that's right, because Loki doesn't come out until June.
Loki doesn't come out until June. What am I supposed to watch now?
You could watch MODOK, which I don't know how that's gonna be. That looks like it's robot chicken mixed with AIM.
But I thought it was good. I thought it was great. I love the way they tackled everything. Knowing that the writing team was predominantly Black makes a lot of sense because of the way everything was discussed and portrayed in a way that it was palpable but also real. I thought it was beautifully done, and I think it was good. I think it was good.
Mr. Banks.
First off, I have to give so much kudos to Marvel. Because hats off to you, Marvel. Hats off. Now can you fix the Hulk? But let me get back to what I was saying.
I see this as a win.
This was it's a win. I mean, but my thing is this. First off, we were able to deal with all these socio-economic issues, not just dealing with African American issues, which I appreciate them tremendously, but they dealt with the whole socioeconomic issues of what happened based on bringing all those people back. They also dealt with, because right now we are having so many issues. We have America, who we used to say, bring your sick, your shut in, whatever here. Now we've done a 180, and now with illegals, now it's send them back. We hate you, go away. They tackled those issues as well, because they were like, you can't just send people back and just say, okay, you're banished back to your country now with no money, no food, no home, and no hope. And they dealt with some socioeconomic issues as well as, and that whole scene with Sam, his sister in the back, that was priceless. So my point is, I got to give Marvel soul. They met the challenge head on. And let's be honest. Let's be honest. Captain America's normal following, those people got challenged.
Oh,
They got
definitely.
challenged. They got challenged. And so they went out on a limb because they could have taken the easy road. They could have made this show just happy and go lucky and just, yes, let's fight bad guys. But no, when Sebastian Stan, aka the Winter Soldier, says, now I understand about you taking this as a black man and I apologize. They tackled some serious with
Y'all do know it was
gusto.
a woman that directed all the episodes too.
Yes, I do know.
Did you know
And
that, Christina? Yes.
the writing team was primarily black. The
Except for
director was,
I think the one guy was actually the writer for John Wick.
yes. So we had all these great writers. So they employed African Americans a lot in this show. They tackled African American issues. They tackled illegal alien and socioeconomic issues. And they employed a woman as a director for all 6 episodes.
And they tackled veteran issues.
Yes,
And they tackled
PTSD. They handled PTSD beautifully.
So
How
my
America
point
just
is,
forgets about its
you know,
soldiers.
we roll out our soldiers to feel great, and we want to hug ourselves and wear the flags. By the way, I'm sorry, I'm gonna piss off some of our viewers, and I don't care. But as coming from a military family where my uncle was in the military, my brother's in the military, half my uncles were in the military, my grandfather was in the military.
Half your brothers were in the military.
And so
3 of
my
us.
point, I was about to say, my point is, I was taught you don't wear a flag. So all of these flag wearing people, that's not what the military tells you what you're supposed to do. I'm sorry, I know I'm gonna piss some people off, but when you see people wearing all these do-rags as Americans, I'm like, I could tell you weren't in the military. What the hell are you doing? So my point I'm saying is we dealt, because we'll roll out our veterans to feel good, to feel real good, so we can feel like we're truly patriotic, and then not help them, and and then the hospitals are booked up and they can't get the help they need. You know, I'm just using. I mean, shout out to my brother Addison, our brother Addison Jackson, one of the best brothers I'll ever know. Excellent man, excellent family man, good brother, educated brother, has his own social. He went and got his master's degree in social work. He's out there helping people. God bless him. I love that brother. And he, with his issues from going into the first Desert Storm, he hasn't gotten all of the things he needed. And those boys went through hell, and people didn't know it. And this brother has struggled with Veterans Affairs. So God bless him. So we're great to roll them out. We're not so great to help them on the back end.
No,
that's
started.
Cool.
That started in Vietnam. That started in Vietnam when the folks went to Vietnam and everybody started calling them baby killers and all this stuff. When they came back, and it was basically like America left them there, and it just continued on from there. Because if you recall, it was not that way after World War II. World War II and the Korean War, they were seen as heroes. I mean, except for our black brethren, they were somewhat seen as heroes, but not really. And that even touched on that. Like, we fought and bled for a country all these years. And that's why Sam said, that's why I picked up the shield. I fought and bled for this country. And many before me fought and bled for this country. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop and not do what needs to be done.
We helped build this country. I don't care what
we did build it.
And my point is this: whether we did it under terrible circumstances or not, Damn it, we did. And you better know that we are Americans just as much as that blonde haired, blue eyed guy that you want to parade out. Damn it, we fought and bled for this country too. My great grandfather was a Buffalo Soldier, and I'll be damned if somebody tell me that the sacrifices that my great grandfather did that helped this country win a war and helped expand this country. If it wasn't for the Buffalo Soldiers, and we wouldn't. I don't mean to say it like this. Where I live, because remember, we got Texas, and when they brought Texas in, they made them chop up New Mexico, Arizona, and California out of Texas. So my point is, if it wasn't for my great grandfather and all of his platoon and all of the people that worked with him, we wouldn't have this part of the country as part of our country. Mm-hmm. So I'll be damned if somebody tells me that my great grandfather who sacrificed, my uncle still has his sword. He still has his sword. So don't tell me that we didn't fight and bleed for this country. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
So, I want to thank everybody for joining us. It was a good season for that. I don't know what we're going to discuss next week. I'll discuss internally with my 3 cohorts or my 2 cohorts.
Wait, hold on. You just saw Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Sadly enough, my compatriots in this area, we've slipped back to yellow. So that means I got to drive to Texas to go see Mortal Kombat.
Well, I thought yellow made it mellow.
Well, that's disgusting, but that's a whole internal joke, Christina, that is just, that me and Cliff talked about. Right. And so my point is that tomorrow morning we're driving out of here early, so I could take Elijah to go see. I already got the tickets for Mortal Kombat, and I've also got the tickets for Demon Slayer.
Mugen Train. Yeah.
Right, Mugen Train. So we're going to go see both of those, which Mugen Train is not my cup of tea. I actually just want to see Mortal Kombat.
I'm telling you it's good.
So maybe if Christina, hint, nudge, goes to see one of those.
That requires money.
No, HBO Max.
No.
For both of them?
No, not Mugen Train. But Godzilla vs. Kong, which you still haven't watched.
Niece.
Snyder Cut, which you still haven't watched.
Niece.
And Mortal Kombat.
Now. Okay, leave me alone.
Mortal Kombat, which you still haven't watched.
Niece. But it's on HBO. So we have 3 to choose from. I've seen Godzilla. The Snyder Cut I actually kind of go back to because I really, and I really want to discuss how my man Dwayne Johnson, who I really.
There you go. There's something for you.
Wow.
See, the internet causes all sorts of problems.
Facts.
Ultron's man said, "You know what? What the heck? Oh hell no! Y'all got to go."
I'm traveling a lot tomorrow. If HBO Max has an app, I will download it.
They have an app.
Watch.
There's an app.
Well, but here's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
I really want to discuss how Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is the highest paid and the hottest actor out here right now, he is single-handedly fighting Warner Brothers to resurrect and to keep the Snyder Cut because he wants Black Adam to start with what happened in the Snyder Cut versus starting. They want to start with the Snyder version and not start with the Whedon crap. So,
I thought they were going to start with Shazam because Black Adam is from Shazam. So I thought they would start with, and the Shazam movie was not that bad. And I thought it would start from there because he was basically a fallen Shazam. Is what
I'm not disagreeing. I know what he is, but
yeah,
but what it is, he wants to use the Snyder Cut as part in Black Adam. And which is dope because Snyder Cut was way better, and Warner Brothers is playing games because
Warner Brothers has been playing games for ages. I'm gonna need them to get it together.
Well, but I would really like to see Ray Fisher back, which I don't think is going to happen. But I really wish to God they would let him back.
Well, if the two people are not involved, he will be back.
No, because they still haven't said. They still say no.
Okay.
But my point is that because remember they're about to start doing the Flash, and he was supposed to be an integral part of the Flash, and they haven't brought him back yet. And Ray Fisher, who I love, I thought he should have let Sleeping Dogs lie. I personally don't understand why Ray Fisher's people don't talk to Dwayne Johnson's people and let Dwayne Johnson, because he's got, remember, Ray Fisher, we love him, but this was the only movie he did that we know of. So he's a newcomer. He's a virtual newcomer. On the other hand, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the hottest thing out here. If I was Ray Fisher's manager, I would reach out to Rock's people and see if I can fix it that way, because he could fix it. The one person that could fix this would be The Rock, but I don't, I don't manage Ray Fisher, but I really want to tell him, man, go talk to The Rock, bro. So anyway, if my dear, sweet, wonderful, amazing, pretty niece would watch at least the Snyder Cut, then we could at least have something to talk about.
Well, she needs to watch Godzilla vs. Kong because it's not going to be on HBO Max too much longer. I think it's only 2 weeks. It's on there. Snyder Cut's on there forever until they decide to pull it. But
yeah, but I really want to talk about Snyder Cut as leading into other things. But one of the good things about the finishing or the finale, whatever, however they call it, of this now Captain America and Winter Soldier, is they launched several. They launched U.S. Agent. They're launching Captain America 4, and they're looking about bringing in a season 2 for the show. They did a lot of good work in this six episode season. I'm a 6 episode show, and I'm very happy.
It just shows what can happen in 6 episodes if it's written correctly. Game of Thrones.
You're still mad about that, aren't you?
You know what? I wasn't
mad about that.
Can I tell you something? I wasn't really into Game of Thrones, but the ending of Game of Thrones was trash.
We love Branda Broken.
Trash. Anyway, go ahead, Cliff.
My girl got her right place though, so it's fine.
So, Christina, any shout outs or anything you want to promote?
I'm going to Chicago. I'm excited. That's happening tomorrow.
So what are you going to bring back that you cannot get in LA?
What am I supposed to bring back? I can't bring food on the plane.
Shoot.
I mean, I can, but like, I'm flying American.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay.
I mean, like, I can bring food on the plane, but also, like, it's a lot of work.
Let me tell you something. If I could have, I had too much to do when I came from Chicago. So I was taking care of my mom. But if I could have, I would have brought a whole Lou Malnati's pizza on the plane. But I didn't get a chance to go get one.
Might do that. Might do that. I got new luggage because I needed new carry-on luggage. It's so pretty and purple. Yeah. I have some clients coming out with some songs. There's a song coming out next week. There's a song coming out the week after that. And then there's an album coming out the week after that.
All right.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm trying to do some banks, make some money. Yeah.
Big Nate.
The old school drive from 1 to 5 with me. Big Nate that's right. Well, I had to do it Memorex last Sunday, and I got my aunt Mildred was like, it wasn't the same, baby. You wasn't there with your energy, baby. And then there was 3 times when it was dead air, baby. The songs weren't arranged, baby. Get back on the radio. I said, Yes, ma'am. So, the old school drive from 1 to 5 with me, Big Nate, will be live and in stereo Sunday from 1 to 5 Mountain Time. So make sure you tune in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Mm-hmm. I don't have much to shout out. So I'll just say we'll be back next week. Hopefully we'll be talking about Snyder Cut. We'll see.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I mean, you can put the app on your tablet now, or put it on your computer and download the movie. I mean, if you really, you can do that. They allow you to do that.
That's requesting a lot of a 5-year-old computer.
Okay.
That can barely run smoothly on Ethernet. Why do you think I'm trying to get a new computer? Like, look.
All right. Well, thank y'all all for joining us, and welcome back, Agent Carter.
Welcome back.
Have fun selling those government secrets.
Yep. Well, somebody's got to do it. And remember, don't call her Val. Don't call her Val.
Don't call her Val.
Don't call me that. Right. Sorry.
Sorry about that, Val.
When you get a bullet in your head, don't say nothing, because you'll never see it coming. All right, everybody, have a good weekend, and we are out of here.
Peace.